Good afternoon, everyone. Sorry I'm a little bit late. I'm just a little slow getting around today after that 11-hour stream yesterday. That said, we have mostly beat Act 2. We beat the avatar of Merkel. My throat's killing me today after 11 hours of streaming. I have some ideas on how to fix my inability to loot things, loose items. But, oh, I cannot. Alright, let's do this.
Let's get on with it.
I can't long rest here. That's fine.
I'm ready.
Ah, I see. I have that issue again.
Touch me.
Shit. Alright. Lae'zel is free.
Proceeding.
And now I should be able to move. I have some ideas on how to fix this. I might just have to kill Lae'zel and myself and then resurrect via Withers. That is my plan.
No time to waste.
We want to loot everything we can.
Let's see.
Alright, let's see here. Oh, what is this?
Let's see what we have here.
Grand design. Dictated to scribe Yanthus by Enver Gortash. The grand design is the Mind Flayer species' wide ambition to return to the days of their conquering greatness through an act of sudden mass ceramorphosis, giving the Elder Brain an overall command, an implacable army of illithid slave warriors with which to defeat all their old enemies, human and humanoid, Githyanki and Ulitharid. Ulitharid? Ulitharid? Of course, this is delusional madness, megalomania on a cosmic scale, and I know just how to turn it to our purposes. We're going to help the Mind Flayers enact their grand design, but only in the way that suits us. The Illithids shall have their crusade to enslave, but they will be acting in turn as our slaves. And we shall determine the how, when, and where of their great Illithid outbreak.
Careful.
Alright, I need you to loot things currently.
A little souvenir.
The absolute end. Underneath this book, concerning the cult of the Absolute and the dangers it presents, is scrawled this response to the text. This hastily written drivel is admittedly well-intentioned. Its author is clearly fizzing with fear of the Absolute. The problem is that they conflate the rise of the cult with other things like the heat death of the universe, the resurrection of one-eyed Vecna, the Lich, the proliferation of necromantic excess, and even the withering of some imported fruits from Chult. This person needs a glass of water and a lie down.
Open this cage, you munting asshole!
Invitation to Lord Gortash. The Committee of Concerned Patriars would like to extend an invitation to a formal meeting at the High Hall to discuss plans, short and long term, for the economic livelihood of Baldur's Gate. Tuesday, the 12th, noon, at lunch. A luncheon will be served. May we presume your attendance?
I'm ready. Whatever it takes.
Okay, is there anything up here?
Must keep going.
Just this? Alright, Thorm, what do you have? Right, he has another stone. I had forgotten about that.
In death, the body is cooling, but energy radiates from the stone.
You did well. Really well.
And now the picture comes together.
The Absolute is neither god nor man. It is the Elder Brain you saw, held here by those three against its will. The crown it wears controls it, and these stones control the crown. It has been dominated. To master an Elder Brain, to subdue it.
Hey, how's it going,
Are formidable.
Sid? Hope all's well. Short Gandalf. Yeah, pretty much. Short Gandalf with breasts. How is it you're able to leave the astral prism now?
A temporary reprieve, but a welcome one. With a brain on its way to the city, its influence here is weakened.
That doesn't sound... Something about that sounds fishy. What are these stones?
The crown's markings suggest it was forged in Netheril, an ancient empire whose mastery over magic rivaled that of the gods. It is a crown of domination. The stones were taken from its crest. They are nether stones, imbued with the ability to control the wearer of the crown. The crown's Netherese magic must be the true source of the parasite's abilities. This must be what elevates their potential. And it must be the reason nobody could heal you. If the crown can do this to the parasite, I dare not imagine what it is doing to the brain.
Netherese. These chosen are powerful indeed to have such magic in their command.
You know who our enemies are? Ketheric transformed during the fight. What was that?
I believe you fought and defeated an avatar of Merkel, the god of necromancy. A remarkable feat. Ketheric was Merkel's chosen. I know Lord Enver Gortash, an arms dealer and a slaver. He is a worshipper of Bane, the god of tyranny. The other is a mystery to me, but the way she spoke, it is most likely she follows Baal, god of murder. Which means the Absolute is a front for the gods of death, And our enemies are chosen of the dead three.
Chosen of the Dead 3.
Bane, Baal, and Merkel. The Tyrant, the Assassin, and the Necromancer. They are known to pick from their most devout followers a chosen, granting them incredible powers. Each one alone would be a formidable enemy. But working together and controlling an Elder Brain, I dare not imagine what they might achieve.
What do we do now?
We prepare for the fight of our lives, and the lives of everyone in Faerun. The army of the Absolute is marching on Baldur's Gate. Within the city, an Elder Brain, brimming with power, ready to turn everyone within its reach into mind flayers. All it needs is an order. An order the Death God's chosen are on the cusp of giving. We must wrest control of the brain from the chosen before that happens. We must take their stones. Our chances of success are slim, but we must not fail. If we fail, everything ends. I will be your shield, but you must be the sword. And when the chance comes to strike, you must take it, for there may only be one chance.
I have a question. Sorry, it just came to my realization. I severely pissed off Shar. Where am I getting my divine powers from? I can still cast spells. Like, I'm pretty sure there's a route you can take to become, like, a cleric of Selûne. Like, that, narratively, that would make sense. But I'm not yet. Where are my divine powers coming from? I'm a cleric. Huh. Alright, Kethric's Warhammer looks pretty normal. 1d4 psychic damage plus 1. Kethric's shield. Oh, that is sick. That is so good. That is definitely going on Gale. And then Reaper's Embrace. Heavy armor. All incoming damage reduced by 2. Howl of the Dead. Alright. These are neat. The big one's the shield. Aww. He carried a letter with him the entire time. Sucks to suck. Gale.
A long way from Waterdeep.
Well, hello.
Quite ready for you.
Astarion.
Enough waiting. I crave blood. What am I to do?
Alright, and then here we just throw that on Lae'zel, and we're good to go for now. Can I speak with dead on him? No, because he is undead.
I'll take this way.
Understood. Where did our angelic friend go? Am I able to head back up this way, out of curiosity? And heal before heading out? Because I don't exactly trust this game.
pulses in recognition. The presence is weak now, a hollow vessel without a heart. It doesn't resist.
Kinda just want to heal. I'm gonna be long resting the moment I can anyway, but just in case there's a fight between now and then. You know, just being safe because honor mode. I would much rather be safe than sorry. And then I will also be killing Shadowheart and Lae'zel as soon as possible, and then resurrecting them with Withers, in the hopes that it fixes their bug.
I've been thinking on all that you learned below. If you've got your breath, we ought to discuss our next steps.
There better be a soft bedroll in my near future.
There are important matters to discuss.
Fanu. I had to look after him. Without him... I can't help but feel like I've been fumbling in the dark for too long. And I've just had a lit torch thrust into my hands.
We're not out of the Shadow-Cursed Woods yet, Gale. What are you talking about?
The crown! The one the Elder Brain was wearing. The one I very nearly destroyed. Netherese magic. So pure, so complete, that I didn't even recognize it at first. Most Netherese artifacts contain only the faintest amount of their former power. The ghost of an echo of a memory. That crown was different. I can't fathom how such a wonder survived. Surely everything of its ilk was destroyed along with Netheril itself, but no matter. It exists. I must learn more of it.
Back up a little. Why is this crown so important all of a sudden?
That crown sits on a gargantuan elder brain bent on destroying us and everything we hold dear. Understanding its true nature might unlock the means of our victory. We need to learn more about what we saw. An artifact as powerful as that crown must have been documented somewhere. As luck would have it, we'll soon find ourselves near one of the finest book collections this side of Candlekeep. Sorcerer's Sundries. I need to go there and learn all I can.
Why would a Baldurian magic shop be the first place we look?
Ha! Sorcerer's Sundries is no mere trading post. It's been serving the arcane community for centuries. Their collection of rare tomes is unparalleled. Netherese texts are hardly commonplace, but I'm certain they'll have one or two stashed away. You'll have to forgive my eagerness, but if my suspicions prove to hold water, this could be the answer to all our problems.
Gale, you already played with Netherese magic once and look where it got you.
Let's see what I can glean.
Our enemies spread like rub rot. Treat one patch, and two more bloom in its place. An elder brain, bound by lost Netherese magic, with servants of the Dead Three holding the chain. Reminds me of old times.
You almost seem like you're enjoying yourself. You've tangled with the Dead Three before?
Extensively. Mind flayers, too. And I never dreamed of seeing gods and Illithids working in consort. It is most disturbing. But take courage. We have killed a man who could not die, and stripped the Absolute's army of its general. You have a nether stone, and you're on the scent of 2 more. These Chosen have reason to fear you, and I would like to be at your side when you confront them.
I'll be glad to have you by my side.
Glad to be there. Falling foul of Ketherick convinced me that my grand adventures were behind me. That even if I survived, I should hang up my blades. But you convinced me otherwise. We've entered into darkness together. Now we've come out the other side. I'd say I'm feeling a little refreshed. When we reach Baldur's Gate, there will be even darker paths to tread. I will follow you wherever they lead.
I'll see you at camp.
How does it compare to a shadow-cursed inn? With the Absolute's army gone, the Risen Road should be clear. We can follow it all the way to Baldur's Gate. There's a Harper's safe house in Worm's Crossing. Denthelin's Dancing Axe. We do well to check in with them before entering the city proper. Beyond that, our course is yours to set. Find me at your camp, huh? I can remember how to take orders, as well as give them.
So, just random thought here. Once I'm done with this, and then on Tuesday, or Wednesday, depending on when I wake up and whether I can fit a stream in before the multiplayer with Alan stream. So either Tuesday or Wednesday, I will start Rogue Trader. After that, I will come back to this. With a... If I've beat Honor Mode, then it will be a like, more heavily modded playthrough. If I haven't beat Honor Mode, it will be just another attempt at Honor Mode. But I'm thinking my next playthrough I play as either Gale, Astarion, or Will. I feel more interested in their origin stories than I do any of the others at the moment.
Shadows. You're one of us. No fist left behind.
Helen! Isabel! My love. You were dead. I saw you.
I'm here. And so are you. And my father, he can't hurt us any longer.
Wait, what? Did I miss something?
I dreamt every night that you'd come back to me. That somehow it was all a nightmare Dawn would undo.
I had no dreams at all. Nothing but darkness. And when I woke, my father said you were dead.
His soul was poisoned by the god of death. His sick devotion ruined him. But for all his sins, he brought you back to me. Are you all right?
I will be. And you?
In this moment, I want for nothing.
I feel like I missed something here.
Ah, there you are. This is Aelin. Aelin, this is...
This so-called Sharon is known to me. I thought she'd run me through. But she set me free instead.
I have more to thank you for than I knew. And we have much to discuss. Perhaps we could join...
I didn't realize Isabel and Aelin were lovers. I did not see any notes about that anywhere, and I read most of the notes that I could find. It's not like it's an issue or anything. I felt very confused seeing that all of a sudden. I have more to... But I'll expect you to share what you claim to know of me.
I gave my word, and I will keep it. By the fires of your camp's hearth, we will discuss all we must. Now, you will leave us. We must take succor in one another's bodies and words.
Aelin! We'll see you later.
Yeah, I don't know. I was pretty sure I'd spoken with everyone involved, like, right before the fight and everything, and... I don't know. It just feels kind of out of left field.
You're here. Good. That's good.
Are you alright?
Me? Oh, I'm fine. I'm just worried about the kids. Morla's still missing, and they haven't taken it too well. I've been trying to cheer them up. We're writing a song together. But I think they're just humoring me.
I'm sure they appreciate it.
Maybe. I'd love to put on a show just for them. But it's boring if I'm the only one playing. I need another bard. Maybe I'll find one in the city. Until then, the kids and I shall work on our masterpiece.
Interesting. Hey, Kyo, how's it going?
Why, yes. Once Althea is done with this song, we will be looking for patrons. All coppers welcome, pal.
Miss Althea wants to write us a song about you fighting Ketheric. But I miss Maul.
He's going? Yeah.
Writing us a song. A stupid song won't bring Mole back. Tell her, won't you?
Back in last light, I was racking my brains. How the hells do we get past the curse? And then a blinding light cuts through the darkness like a blade through butter. All thanks to you, I hear. Didn't think we'd make it without the old El Rider to lead us. But you did a damn fine job.
If you'd Zevlor down in the colony, I wouldn't be so quick to write him off as dead.
I would. He didn't have any fight left in him.
He went his own way. I don't think he could face me or all of you.
Briefest hesitation as Ceres wars with old loyalties and wins.
I looked up to him. We all did. But he let us down when we needed him most. There are less mouths to feed, but we still need supplies for the road. We'll scavenge what we can. Hopefully, we'll see you again in the city.
When Duke Elton formed the Flaming Fist, he sought out people of courage and honor to fill its ranks. You saved Daniel, lifted the curse, and killed an immortal. It's safe to say you'd have been recruited in an instant.
Thank you. It would have been an honor. The Flaming Fist are nothing but mercenaries now, immoral ones at that. What about the Flaming Fist you've met here? What do you think of them?
They are different to what Duke Elton envisioned. And I can't comment on Duke Ravengard himself, but I've seen the respect he inspires in the Flaming Fist. And that tells me all I need about him as a leader. I hope you can save Duke Ravengard. For the good of Baldur's Gate.
Come with me, I could use a Flaming Fist by my side.
When this land fell to the curse, I should have gone with it. Thaniel is the only reason I survived. It's only fair I stay here and wait for him to awaken.
Then I wish you luck. Thank you for your help. And after Thaniel awakens? This is a weird dialogue, because Thaniel has awoken. What?
I don't think there will be an after. The truth is, the Shadowfell broke something inside me. Something no healer can fix.
I found nothing but bugs in
I don't
this
know how long I have.
act.
Because of you.
I can only imagine Act 3 will be
Thaniel
worse.
is safe. Because of you, I could help him as he helped me. So, thank you, my friend. And know that I have no regrets.
Was it like in there? You
In the curse.
The stonework is sublime.
Yeah, hello, Thaniel. You're awake.
You did it. Catherick Thorm is no more. The Shadow's grip is broken. Soon, the land shall heal.
I'm glad I could help. Seems like the sort of feat that might deserve a reward.
I would agree. But patience is needed. Nature moves at its own pace, and bestows its bounty when it sees fit. Give it time. A reward shall come to you when you need it most.
Alright, Karlak, what do you have to say?
You saw Gortash, didn't you? What the fuck was he doing down there? Is all of this because of him? The tadpole, the absolute. How?
How does she know of Gortash? Once again, I feel like I'm missing something. Is Gortash one of Zariel's thugs? Seems he's a servant of Bane. Has Ketherick served Myrkul? Did she tell us about Gortash in Act 1? Okay. Okay. That one's just an issue with my memory then. Who knows what powers he's gained since you knew him?
I'd never have protected a Baneite even a decade ago. I looked after that fucker with my life.
Oh, okay. Nope. I know who he is now.
Gave me away to Zariel without a second
Yep,
thought.
okay.
And now he's looking to ruin the entire Sword Coast. He has to die. And I'm gonna be the one who kills him.
We'll do it together, whatever it takes.
Can't get away with what he's done. To me. To us. He won't get away with it.
Yeah, no, I remembered, like, shortly after I clicked the button. Like, I didn't remember the name, but as soon as she started talking about, like, what had occurred or whatever, I knew exactly what it was.
I would not linger in this land over long. But, whatever your business, I will aid you if I can.
we've done rather a good thing here. A welcome change to gift this land a sliver of hope amongst so much despair.
Gods be damned. With that parasite in his brain, Father could wreak untold havoc in the Absolute's name. Should Baldur's Gate fall to the Absolute, every one of the coast cities will be ripe for the plucking. We're not just fighting for our cure. We're fighting for my father. We're fighting for the Gate. We're fighting for all of Faerun.
Gale, your chain circlet thing is like clipping through your horns, and it's very distracting. What do you know about Gortash and Orin?
Orin? I'd never heard tell of. But Gortash I know. Or know of, more precisely. A self-styled strategic advisor to Baldur's Gate's peers. A bit player with dreams of a leading role, the way Father told it. He had no use for Gortash, and even less for his advice. I don't remember much beyond that. But where these Chosen are concerned, I have a suspicion we're about to know more than we'd like.
Mizora said, you can say what led to your pact in exile. I might know the whole truth.
Yes, but first a question. If your home were under siege, what would you sacrifice to save it?
I'd give my life if it meant keeping the residents safe.
As would I. And more. I was 17. Father, older Ravengard, had just been named a Grand Duke and was called away to Elturel to help settle a dispute. That's when the cult of the dragon made its move.
The cult of the dragon, a fractured religion. Some believers hold that undead dragons will inherit the world. Others worship the dragon goddess Tiamat and intend to summon her to Faerun.
The cult of the dragon had infiltrated Baldur's Gate. To what end?
To conjure the Dragon Queen and lay waste to Baldur's Gate. A 10-day after Father left, I heard a whisper as I slept. Duskhawk Hill. The Queen of Chaos awakens. Go alone. I grabbed a rapier and set out. There wasn't a cloud in the sky, yet not a single star was shining. There they were, gathered at the foot of the hill.
Your head tingles. Will wants to show you what happened.
Allow Will to share his memory with me.
In the looming shadow of the mount, 5 groups of 5 figures each encircle a lofty totem. Atop each totem, a dragon's head is carved, and a massive orb held in its mouth. The cultists chant, first softly, then crying to the starless sky. There is a crack of thunder, a gust of wind, and a dragon's white head appears in the storm. The first of Tiamat's 5 heads. As the maelstrom howls, Mizora's lips press to your ear. She will destroy Baldur's Gate. Grant me your soul, and I will give you the power to save it, she whispers.
She read the terms while 2 devils stood witness, and I said yes. 1 soul for 1 city.
Alright, one moment here. Okay. Surely Mizora doesn't care about Baldur's Gate. Why would she want to save it?
She didn't. She came on order of her mistress, Zariel. Tiamat made a play for power. Zariel had other plans. That was the most Mizora's ever said. All that mattered was that she got her prize. Another pet added to her warlock menagerie.
Sacrificing your soul to save the city was a brave thing to do.
I don't know that it was brave. I just know that it was right. The moment I agreed, I burned with the fires of Avernus and oozed the rot of Dis. The cultists choked on our poisons and burned from our flames. And when we were done, all that remained were 5 greyed orbs atop a pile of ash. My soul was bound, and my lips were sealed.
Is that how you lost your eye in the Battle of the Cult of the Dragon?
It is. The one scar I ever bore of it. Mizora replaced it with a sending stone. She uses it to track my location and speak from a distance. I could flee to the spine of the world, or the depths of the lower dark, and still never shake her.
What of your father, the Grand Duke?
He returned to an unsuspecting city and a wayward son with a smirking devil at his side. I tried to tell him the truth, but my mouth couldn't form the words. I'd led him to the battlefield, but Mizora had swept it clean. I showed him my stone eye, but he only turned away. After, he said only one word: go. So I did.
That's
I
unfortunate.
understand.
The Absolute's cult has Ravengard. Where will they take him?
Worm's Rock Fortress. All travelers to Baldur's Gate flow through it. It serves as headquarters for the Flaming Fist and their commander, my father. The Absolute's army's on the march. Gods forbid a tadpole Grand Duke throw open the gates for them.
Must have been furious at your father for throwing you out of the city.
No, never. He did the only thing he could. In his eyes, I invited a devil into our midst. I was a fool at best, a traitor at worst. And Grand Duke Ravengard suffers neither.
Do you miss your father?
More than you know. The better question is, did he ever miss me? If he did, he missed the Will Ravengard he once knew, not the hell-touched warlock he returned to.
The curse is broken and the shadows are lifting. In time, these lands will heal.
Alright. Astarion, do you have anything to say?
I never saw myself as a banisher of shadows before. I was always more of a lurker-in, historically.
What do you intend to do about the Cazador's ritual?
Before anything else, I need to know where it's happening. To the public, Cazador is an ordinary noble, a little reclusive perhaps, but just another of the great and the good of Baldur's Gate. He has a grand palace on the hills of the gate, where he hosts the city's high society. I don't know if he performed the ritual there. It feels too public. He'd risk exposure.
That giant gothic monstrosity has been inhabited by vampires this whole time?
I know. Subtle, isn't it?
Might be safer to run. Raphael's playing a dangerous game, giving you Mephistopheles' secrets.
Mephistopheles is one of the lords of the Nine Hells. Raphael is not going to let any ire be tracked back to him. Perhaps Raphael even will gain from setting us on this course, who can say? All I know is I need to unravel the secrets around Cazador's ritual. And I can only do that in Baldur's Gate.
I dropped frames at some point. I don't know when. But, seems to have been a fair number of them. Hopefully that doesn't continue.
I can't believe it. I can't believe Aelin is here. And my father. I heard what happened. What he'd become. By killing him. You set him free. You set Aelin free. And me.
You and Aelin seem to have a lot of history. What happened?
A great deal. But still, some of the details elude me. Ketheric Thorm was my father. He raised me to serve Selûne as my mother, rest her soul, had wished. He was everything to me, all my life. When an emissary of Selûne came to our little town, we were elated. Dame Aelin, daughter of the Moon Maiden herself. Tell me, do you believe in love at first sight?
Sure, I'll go with one.
That's exactly it. And I tell you, I took one look at her and I just knew. She was it. Lucky for me, she felt the same way. But my father was skeptical. Aelin is immortal, after all. I understand it's strange. There's an imbalance between us, certainly. But I suppose loving Aelin felt the same as loving myself. It was natural. Then... And this is where I still need answers. I died. I'm not sure how, why, but all was black. Next I knew, I was being jolted awake. I smelled musty air, I saw shadows. And then my father's face. So changed. So hideously warped.
He'd become the chosen of Myrkul?
I didn't know that then. But I could see the change in him. He told me we'd be together now. Said that Aelin was dead. I couldn't speak. Could only run. I found last light within the shadows. Made a shelter there. Prayed my father wouldn't find me. By the time Jaheira came, I'd pieced together just enough to know I'd been dead 100 years. That my father was the source of the horrors plaguing this land. My home. I couldn't tell her who I was. I had to protect them. And myself. No matter what.
Understandable.
It's all out in the open now. And with my father dead, I have nothing to fear. Except for Aelin. She needs healing. Rest. I'm grateful for your help. Your friendship. I hope we won't intrude on your hospitality too long. But I'm grateful for a safe place to... well... just to be.
Alright.
There you are. I have awaited your arrival with great anticipation. Come closer.
Step closer.
Feel my voice rattle your bones as I proclaim our victory. Moon Maiden Selûne, hear me. Ketheric Thorm, traitor, apostle of Myrkul, is dead at last. My mate, most high. Darling Isabel is safe and well. Safe and well, and return to my embrace. Blessings upon the slayer of the Wicked One.
I couldn't have done it without you.
We are a powerful party indeed. Faerun itself trembles at our touch. My darling Isabel says we will stay allied at your side. I am pleased to hear it.
There's still a great deal about you I don't know.
Pray, ask, and I will tell.
Are you really Salune's daughter?
Do I not radiate with my mother's brightness, her glory? There can be no doubt. I am of her silvered flesh, her celestial womb.
Would your mother be willing to aid us in the fight against the Dead Three?
Why, she already has. She has brought her sword to your side, Dame Aelin. So mighty are her wonders, her great wisdom. Together, we will set this fair land free of tyranny and murder.
How did you come to be trapped in the Shadowfell?
Ketheric Thorm, father of my one and only love, enslaver of Dame Aelin. Ketheric Thorm never did trust me, even when he worshipped the Moon Maiden. He was threatened by my love for Isabel, by her love for me. When she died, curse the day, the hour. We each of us mourned bitterly, but Ketheric's pain could be touched by no aid, no boundary. He turned to wretched Shah, the Lady of Loss, for relief, and she whispered into his ear, poisoning his mind. He and his loathsome advisor, Balthazar, lured me into the Shadowfell, claimed they'd found someone in need of my aid. There, they trapped me in their infernal cage. I was killed, murdered, made dead over and over and over by justiciars of every make and kind. I was reborn, for it is my nature, and Ketheric fed upon my immortality all the while. But lo, the brute is dead, and we live!
Lots of dialogue here.
Begone, friend. I have a darling to adore.
You claimed you knew things about me. I want to hear them.
No doubt you do. But I will come to you when Mother Saluna deems the moment is right. Patience, girl. It will come soon enough. And you cannot unlearn the truths I have to share. Begone, friend. I have a darling to adore.
I have questions for you.
Ask, and I will tell.
Alright.
Begone, friend. I have a darling.
How do you intend to spend your newfound freedom?
Free from my bonds, but not my duty. The Dead Three are risen. The Dead Two remain. You must face them. I will help.
You should join my camp permanently. We can fight the powers of evil together.
Our thoughts are as one, my friend. You must face the Chosen of Bane and Baal. I will do my part to see them laid low.
Alright, I think it might be safe for me to long rest. Someone in camp wishes to speak with me. Ah. Alright, we're back over here again.
It is time we spoke about your heritage. There's a debt I must repay.
Alright, before we get into this, my, ad break warning is actually working again. So, I'm going to play ads for 3 minutes. And I won't do anything during those 3 minutes, so nobody misses out on any content. And I'll catch you at the end of them. See you then. Alright, ads are finished, and we can continue. Claim to know something about me, you knew about the wolves, tell me everything.
There is nothing I can tell you that you do not already know yourself. They trained you well, trained you hard. Chiseled away any part of you that did not fit their plan. They made you forget. Shah's embrace is something that was forced upon you. It is not your true nature.
That can't be. I was always loyal to Shar. I think you might be right.
Of course I am. And I can prove it. When you freed me from the Shadowfell, you severed a bond between me and that dog, Thorm. A bond of pain, his inflicted on me. When I laid eyes on you, I sensed a similar bond. You, tethered to two others someplace distant. Let me help you remember, so there will be no doubt.
A memory appears at the forefront of your mind.
All right.
Do you remember sermons about Selûnite rites of passage? About how they would abandon their children out in the wilds and force them to find their way home?
That wolf, that elf, who was he?
You already know who he is. Did you not see yourself in him? Do you not recognize your own blood? He is your father. And he lives still. As does your mother. I felt them, bound to you.
That can't be. They're alive? How? Where?
They were seized by Shah's followers, same as you. Only you are to be remolded for their purposes, while your parents... I sense they have suffered greatly in the years since. But now the veil has been parted. You know what must be done, I trust.
I have to find my parents.
You'll have to face your abductors in their very lair, in Baldur's Gate. You may have once thought of them as comrades, mentors, friends, even lovers. But they will all be enemies now. There is one more way in which I can help you. You have been forewarned. And now you shall be forearmed. You will remember this spear, no doubt. It was to be the instrument of my death. Now, it will become a parting gift in exchange for my life.
Shar's weapon? Surely it's useless now?
For her purposes, perhaps. Shar is quick to discard whatever she has no use for. I think you know that well enough. I felt the spear call to me as I took flight. Whatever Shar calls her own, Selûne has equal claim to. They are one and the same. Their power is matched and mirrored. Take it. You will need it. But what you do with it, that will be up to you. Same as before.
Yeah, let's go. Enemy of Shar. First, Selûne's blessing. Now her gifts, if only the old me could see this.
Forget her. She was forged by lies. Be guided only by who you have become. I have kept my word. My guidance in exchange for my freedom.
There must be more you can tell me?
Your mind is a deep, dark wood. There are dead ends, shadowy corners, lurking threats. I was lucky to be able to glean as much as I did. Besides, there are more hardships ahead. Knowing too much may cause you to despair, while a little ignorance may shield you. One last thing. Your parents have been in the hands of Shah's followers for some 40 years. It must take tremendous will for mortals to hold out that long. See that their sacrifices are not in vain. Allow the Moon Maiden to guide you at last.
She speaks pure heresy. Or so you would have once thought. But you can deny it no longer. A new presence empowers you. You felt it ever since the shadow fell. Selûne. Pain surges from the wound on your hand. But no memory comes with it. No lesson. Just agony.
Shah toys with you still. What a spiteful creature she is. This will not stop until you take action.
All right.
Take action, yes. But freeing your parents will take time. Perhaps there is something more immediate you can do. Something symbolic to put Shah behind you for good.
You still wear your hair like that of a novice. You should change it. Yeah, sure, why not?
A long, sleepless night awaits. But come dawn, you will have reclaimed a little piece of yourself.
We got, what I imagine is a Giga Spear, since it's a legendary item. Advantage on wisdom saving throws and perception checks. See in the dark up to 40 feet, which kind of worthless. Don't I already have dark vision? Do I not? I do. +3 weapon enchantment. Gives Moonbeam as a spell, which is eh. Moon Moat. Definitely a great spear, if only for the advantage on wisdom saving throws and perception checks, but I think I'm still going... I don't have, like, any strength, and it's not finessable, so yeah, I'm probably not going to end up using it, unfortunately. Even though it is a good spear. What do we get? Any cutscene there? Nope. Oh, neat. We've gone silver hair. Nice. Our portrait did not update. Well, that is what it is.
Go home,
I should have long rested. I didn't realize I didn't have any short rests. I will long rest real quick. You know what? Actually, I have an even better idea here.
Keep your distance, darling. Watch the shadows.
Not going to last much longer.
There we go. And Lae'zel, where are you? I have something to do to you as well. There we go. Now to go fix them.
Keep it quick.
Hopefully this fixes the bug.
Fate.
I sincerely hope it does.
A new ally. Then thou must return. This is the price of balance. Well, can by doom and dusk I strike thy name from the archives. Rise.
If this doesn't fix the bug, I don't know what will.
I wonder what the next move is.
Assume nothing.
What's next?
Holy shit, I can loot things again.
On I go.
Thank God. The bug was I could loot things from chests, but neither Lae'zel nor Shadowheart could loot any items just on the ground. The bug was... I had it since like halfway through yesterday's stream. I had to use Astarion to start picking stuff up. But I can pick stuff up again.
What do we have here?
The fix was killing my characters and raising them with withers. Withers truly fixes all.
Eager for battle.
Also, if you were AFK, Shadowheart now has silver hair.
Another stride toward fate.
Oops. That's not who I wanted to...
Salutations.
There's no time to waste. Just tell me what you need.
Okay, we go barter mode. And we start getting rid of all of the garbage. Nice. Doing custom difficulty? Gotcha. What difficulty are you guys doing? Man, this is so good, but, like... It's not better than the adamantine armor that I have on, Lae'zel. I mean, it has one more AC. 2 more AC? One more AC. But that's not enough to make up for not being able to be crit. And I don't have another heavy armor user that would be wanting to use it. And it sells for too much. He doesn't play CRPGs regular, but we added the extra encounters. Nice. That is fair. There is nothing wrong with playing on a lower difficulty. It was really hard for me to not make a joking comment there that could be taken out of context. I just... I just want to say that.
Ladylike.
All of these scrolls go to Gale. These scrolls go to Gale. I don't need this moon lantern. How's it going, Scars? Just fine? Hope all is well. Yes, my bag is very full. Granted, a lot of it's just like rings that don't really weigh anything, so I don't really care about having them there. Same with amulets. Like, there's no real point in sending those back. I don't need broken moon lanterns either. I could probably eliminate a lot of this and not need to use the Club of Hill Giant Strength. But, I mean, it's still nice to have. I'm casting 90% of the time anyway, so I don't really care too much. Nice. I can definitely understand wanting an inventory mod. I have 2 Baldur's Gate 3 mods currently. One is to notify me when I have a camp event. It just puts a little exclamation point above my head so that I know when I should long rest for story stuff, because I don't want to miss out on it. And then another one is to make it so paladins can choose a deity, because there is actually dialogue specific to paladins that have deities in this game. But for some reason, they toggled off the ability for paladins to choose a deity, and all the mod does is toggle that off to an on. So, those are the 2 mods that I have at the moment.
Let's see what we have here.
Technically, I have a 3rd mod, which allows me to get achievements while playing with the mods that I have.
I better do the talking.
But
Just tell
that's
me what you need.
kind of whatever. That hardly qualifies. Gale, you might be able to wear Melf's first staff again soon. There we go.
Ladylike.
Flex achievement? I don't know what flex achievement is. Is it? Let me see here real quick.
Thanks, Nichols. And the stone.
You are welcome.
Properties. What are the domains? Trickery and war. So war domain fits perfectly. Ah, flex achievement. I get what you're saying.
Go home, Marcus, he says.
Yeah, no, I don't blame you. Trickery sucks. Date with Karlak was 3% of the players? Nice. Well, if we're going off that, then probably saving Saza. I have the She Cannot Be Caged achievement, where you save Saza in the Grove, the Goblin Camp, and Moonrise Tower. Saza is still alive and well out there, somewhere, probably. That has like 3.2% players having it.
I owe you an apology.
For what?
I saw you as a means to escape, nothing more. But when the sky lit up, when I followed it here, I knew you were behind it. I apologize for not seeing your true worth, and for being, quite frankly, rude in Last Light.
Apology accepted.
I wasn't sure you would. I appreciate it. And that's precisely why I want you by my side in Baldur's Gate. The Iron Hand gnomes are going to save the city, and you can be part of it.
If you want my help, I'm gonna need more to go on.
My plan is what it's always been. To bring the work and innovations of the Iron Hand gnomes to every corner of the realm. Problem is, Baldur's Gate is sick. Once the pinnacle of greatness, it's eating itself alive to save itself from starving. Find me in the city. And once you see what it's become, you'll know that I, and I alone, can stop it.
Alright.
Marcus, he says. There you are. I was wondering where the devil you'd been.
I was preoccupied defeating Ketheric Thorm. I was taking a little holiday in the Mind Flayer colony downstairs.
That sounds slimy. Never mind your distasteful predilections. We need to talk about Wulbren.
Wulbren wants nothing to do with you? He made that clear?
Oh, forget about that. Wulbren and the Iron Hand gnomes are planning something dreadful in the city. They have room powder, they have motive. We have to stop them.
Okay, let's see. Seems we'll have our handful. Leave it to me, Barkus. You've proven you aren't able for this kind of thing.
Knowing when to ask for help is a sign of wisdom, not weakness. You helped me in this god's awful quagmire. When we're back in the city, I'll be fully in my element once more. To saving the city. And my fool of a friend.
Alright, is there anybody else I should be talking with here? Nice.
We leave the heart of the Absolute alive, thanks to you. You did well to defeat Ketheric. But Ketheric was only the first to fall. There are many more battles ahead, and they will not be so easily won. You will need allies.
I already have allies.
You have the makings of a leader. Your actions have already inspired those around you. Jaheira's wisdom will be an asset to you on the journey ahead. Her harpers, too. Halsin's strength and loyalty will bolster you in times of need. But if we are to succeed, we will need others.
Will there be anyone left when we arrive in the city? I will seek more allies in the city.
Good. I'm glad to hear that. Baldur's Gate may not know it yet, but its fate is bound to ours. Seek on its streets those whose purpose aligns with our own, and invite them to our cause. Together, we will put an end to the Absolute.
Isn't the only ally I'm missing Minsk?
All.
The road to Baldur's Gate awaits us, west of town. Let's try to outpace the Absolute's armies.
My faith will guide me. Onward in her name.
My boy's Boo. Minsk can I can take her a leave. Boo's where it's really at though. Nah, I love Minsk. I like how it's still dark and shadowy here, even though we technically lifted the curse. You would think that, you know, at least the sun would shine again.
The road to Baldur's Gate awaits us, west of town. We'd better see to any unfinished matters now.
Do I have any unfinished matters here? Yeah, I think I'm good to go.
I can say the same of myself. Soon enough.
All these tracks. Enough for an army. They must be on the march.
Alright. I'm gonna go make sure that Thaniel doesn't have anything more to say. If he's still around.
What might you be hiding?
If I can locate him. Here we are.
Little conversation.
Your path leads away from me, I sense. Be safe. Perhaps one day you will see the fruits that your victory has sown here.
Where's Halsin, by the way? I haven't seen him in a hot minute. Do I still have him? Why do I not see him or Jaheira? What? What is going on here? I had them before I long rested, and now they're gone? Okay, here's Halsin.
Thaniel rests well. He's healing very rapidly, now that Oliver has returned to him.
I'm glad I could help.
I knew I could put my faith in you. If only we had met sooner.
So when will the curse actually be lifted?
I can't say for certain, but we'll see it come to pass long before this place recedes behind us. Don't worry. All is at hand. We can depart whenever you're ready.
What happened to Oliver exactly? Did Thaniel absorb him?
No more than my right hand can absorb my left. Oliver is helping Thaniel to recover. They both lie dormant, like trees awaiting spring. Once the curse is lifted, they can stand as one or as a pair. Whatever they wish, I hope they will remain as a pair. It will be good for them both to have a friend, once I'm gone. Still, I would like to return here someday. See Thaniel and Oliver again. In my meditations, or perhaps in person, if the Oak Father wills it. I hope he does.
What now? You've got what you wanted after all?
I have. But perhaps there is more that I want. Anyway, once the curse is lifted, nature can take its course without me. I belong at your side.
I'm glad to have you.
And I'm glad to be had. Glad to be with you, I mean. An unwieldy number. You must cut someone loose.
Meet me at camp. So where did Jaheira go? Isabel, Dame, Blazel, Will, Jaheira, Daniel. Okay, she just doesn't show up in some camps, apparently. Weird as that is. Halsin apparently doesn't show up in this camp. Okay, I just have to trust that I got it. God, that last zone took me from, like, I want to say 2/3 of the way through level 9 to a quarter of the way through level 10. That's insane. Just how XP dense it was. Oh, nice. Now I can have Gale wear an actual staff that does something. Thank God.
Sergeant, if you are here, I presume Wern's Rock is secure, and preparations for my inauguration are complete.
No, Lord Gortash. We were interrupted. Another quake in the lower city. More severe this time.
So you came cowering to my chambers? I'm flattered, Sergeant. But even I cannot command natural phenomena to cease.
Forgive me, my lord, but there is panic in the streets. The people are afraid.
Perhaps the people would be calm if you kept your nerve. I expect better from the Flaming Fist than to run scared from a slight tremor in the earth. Get back to your duties.
Duties, duties, duties. Patrolling and saluting and following and bowing and scraping and yes sir, no sir, rip and cut your throat, sir. Your plan is hard, lordling. Give me a reason not to cut you to ribbons.
Control yourself, Orin. We need to focus on reuniting the stones or the brain will break free. These quakes are just the start. Neither of us expected the prism bearers to kill Ketherick. They'll be traveling to the city. Let's make sure we give them a Baldurian welcome.
I find her amusing.
To peel you, to split your skin, to see your skull shine in the light. Little tyrant. Lucky for you, I harvested a whole family of living flesh in Rivington at high sun. They will sate my blade thirst tonight. Oh, but tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow, my blades will thirst again.
On the one hand, I appreciate we got to see that cutscene. On the other, how did we see that cutscene?
Beyond the campsite, the city waits in uneasy silence, one sleep away.
forward.
Alright, let's see here. Astarion clearly wants to talk to me.
The gate is closed, as is Cazador. Cazador and his rite of profane ascension. An imperial soiree, attended by devils and spawn alike. A grand ceremony to honor one exalted vampiric master. And elevate him to an unfathomable station. To place him in a position of such esteem. The world will yearn to kneel and offer their necks.
Sounds as if you envy him.
Of course I envy him. Why wouldn't I? The problem with what Cazador has done is that he did it to me. If the time comes and I can stay one move ahead of him, I'll take his place before his blood can hit the floor.
So you'd kill to take that power from him. The others bound to the ritual? If we can pull it off, we hardly know anything about the ritual.
Let's find out more about the ritual before we waltz into Cazador's front door. If we track down my old comrades, the other spawn, we may discover more and be finally positioned for yours truly to ascend.
I'm with you all the way.
My, you sweetheart. Then there isn't a moment to waste. If we don't find my brethren, they'll find us, likely with bared fangs. We should get to them first. Then we can make their pretty tongues talk. Unless Cazador's changed their orders, they'll be in the dens of this town, seeking prey.
I feel like they can't get too close. Likely. Something, Blood of Lathander. They don't have tadpoles saving them from light.
What's next, I wonder? Got to press on. I should take that. I'd better take a peek.
Does everybody have something to say?
Shadow Art. Your tresses are different. It suits you, though in truth I cannot imagine much does not suit you.
I'm glad we have Jahira traveling with us. Did you know her from before?
Only by reputation. She was present when we marched against Ketheric Thorm, but on the far end of the battle lines from where I fought. And in the chaos that ensued, well, our forces were scattered. I led some to safety, but never learned of her fate. I'm glad to hear she survived. Though in truth, I should not be surprised. She was always said to be formidable and cunning. I could have learned much from her, no doubt.
You're an Arc Druid. What could you possibly have left to learn from anyone?
No matter how long I live, I will always strive to remain a keen pupil. Only a fool would think he could drink in all knowledge until none is left. There is always more. Nature's tapestry is infinitely complex. I cannot help but wonder how she would have handled some of the challenges I faced as Archdruid. Defended the Grove, Korga, the Shadow Druids. At least now we can benefit from her presence. and perhaps work to a common goal.
Am I holding up in your estimations?
I've been unfair to you. I've had unrealistic expectations of your character ever since I joined you. But honestly, you've surpassed even those. Seems my faith was more than well-founded.
This might end up being a shorter stream today. I am feeling so tired.
You have my attention.
From just yesterday's 11-hour stream and me not sleeping well after.
There's no more radiant sight than that of someone who's learned to love themselves anew. Shadowed in name, but no longer in spirit. It suits you.
I must keep going.
I'm gonna try and go for 4 hours minimum, but we'll see.
We have a new look for a new you. Nice as it is, you still don't have the best hair in the camp.
Worth talking to, perhaps.
Begone, friend. I have a darling to adore.
Looking forward to a bit of rest, if I'm honest. It's been a long century.
Sweet swoo, woman! Never thought I'd be so delighted at the sight of a forehead. You look amazing.
Tell me more about your relationship with Gortash.
Claws into me early. I was a wild kid, brawling my way through the city. One of my mates got wind of a bit of work guarding some indoorsy type with lots of enemies. Seemed like easy money, so I went in for it. He took one look at me and said I was perfect. I like that. Not like that, you know. Just, it felt like a good fit. I kept him safe and he paid me well. Well enough to move into a better neighborhood and put something away for the future. My future. I respected him, trusted him. And he returned that trust, that respect. His life was in my hands, and I took that seriously. The whole thing with Zariel happened so fast. I had no idea what had gone down until it was over. 1 minute I was in Baldur's Gate, a happy, healthy, not quite kid. The next, I was burning up in Avernus with an engine for a heart. Zariel laughed. Said she paid him well for my services. She'd wanted to test her new machine, and he said I'd be able to handle it. He was right. Sometimes I wish he weren't. Evil, evil bastard.
Alright, let's see here. Who else do we have to speak with?
Love the new look. Softer, less severe. It suits you.
Something is different about you. New facial creases, perhaps? A fresh battle scar I hadn't noticed. It eludes me.
Oh god, she is not observant.
The events of the last days weigh heavily upon you. Sleep's rest is slow to come to one whose mind is so full. The Absolute is not a god, but an elder brain controlled by the chosen of the Dead Three. They mean to use it to take control of the Sword Coast. All who carry the tadpole are governed by the brain, and by extension the chosen. It will take but one order to transform them into an army of mind flayers. This would have been your fate too, were it not for the astral prison and the mysterious visitor inside of it. With her help, you have uncovered the cult for what it really is. A plan of conquest orchestrated by the gods of death themselves. Together, you have the power to thwart the Dead Three. If you follow this path to its end, the Elder Brain will not answer to the Chosen. It will answer to you. Lady Shah sent you on this mission. Did she know that this is where it would lead? And when you complete it, what will you do then? Will you liberate the true souls from their parasites and their religious delusions? Or will you use the power you gain for your own purposes?
Enemy of Shar, I will confront the Mother Superior and her Sharan lackeys, then I will free my parents.
Your blood swims hot at the very prospect. You will not have long to wait. All you need to do now is sleep. But sleep is not for you.
The reckoning is upon us! The city thirsts for domination. March!
I need your help.
Oh. Well, this is shit. I don't have any of my buffs or anything, and... Alright. Did it at least give me my spells back? Yes.
I'm ready.
Hungry for the slaughter.
That... Okay, he used deflect missiles. I was like... Yeah, minus 12 deflect missiles. I was like, that feels like it did very little damage.
Swift and lethal.
Alright, get in there and slap him.
My path be true.
Let's go. Battle of wits. Pawn to cleric 4.
Alright, let's see here. What is the chance for confusion to land? 75%? Do I want to use a level 4 spell slot here? I could just use Hypnotic Pattern. Alright, well, we got one of them.
Can't afford to let up.
And it was immediately broken, so whatever. Ow!
Come quickly! I can't do this without you.
Hey, this guy hurts.
I will ascend.
Need to stay focused.
Let's turn someone inside out.
Pocket sand.
No gloom, all doom.
I thought I had a ring on somebody somewhere.
I am fury. I am death.
Let's have some courage.
Need to act fast.
I have a ring somewhere that I wanted to put on Gale.
Gone with the weave.
I think it was a ring. Also, ads are going to be starting here soon. When they do, I will not be doing anything for 3 minutes, so nobody misses out on content. And I will be back when the ads end. Maybe it wasn't a ring. I thought I had a ring that made it so that cantrips would still deal like half damage. Not that it mattered in this scenario, but like... Alright. I'm gonna play the ads now and then catch you guys in 3 minutes. Alright. Ads are done. We are back, and I'm noticing there is
Let's spill some blood.
a time limit on getting out of here.
Time to strike.
There's blood in the air.
Talk to me.
Really? Concentration was broken? Are you shitting me?
Hurry, or we will all become thralls.
Alright. Well, that's something.
What should I do?
Take your...
Death can't have me. Not yet.
Let's end this.
Victory awaits.
Are you shitting me?
Shall we cut and run?
Okay, did that get us all in there? That was a little close for comfort.
That orb is about to erupt.
Well then.
Our dream guardian.
I'm here. Help me. I'm under attack.
Whatever comes, I'm ready.
Alright, let's see here. Gale, first things first. I need you to buff people, including yourself.
Hurry. I can't hold them back alone. It's not over. Come to the skull.
Lae'zel. And then Gale.
I need you now. Welcome, rest.
Good enough. Yeah, those space toad monks really hurt.
I crave blood.
Really? Okay, I was gonna say, do I not have any actions here? It's okay. Lae'zel's pretty OP herself.
This feels good.
I'm talking. Your body is to an idiot god.
Let's finish this. Can't give up. Not now.
Alright, at least I'm not taking psychic damage each turn, so I should be able to use this without issue now.
Onward.
Shall we dance? Allow me to demonstrate. What now?
I will ascend. Land of cake. You will be cleansed.
Yeah, no.
Victory awaits.
It's not over. The skull. Come to the skull.
Alright. Where do we want to go? Do we want to go... Is there anything up here? There is.
No time to waste.
Must loot everything. Now that I can again. I was in withdrawal yesterday from not being able to loot things off the ground. Oop, wait. Inscribed Githyanki disc. Alright, that wasn't useful. Why did he have a potion of animal speaking on him? Speaking of, I should probably just drink one to be safe. You never know when you're going to come across an animal.
I can't hold them off much longer.
Yeah, you keep saying that, but there's no timer here. So your voice is, lying to me, essentially, here.
It's not over. Come to the skull. Hurry! I can't hold them back alone.
I have to imagine that's Orpheus, right?
Before you do anything, I am your ally. We are in danger. The Githyanki is the source of our protection against the Absolute. I must subdue him, or everything we've worked towards is lost. Don't let my form deceive you. I am the one that's been protecting you. I am the one that came to you in your dreams. Help me.
Prove to me that you are who you say.
You saved a child from a viper back in the Druid's Grove. You saved the Asima Night Soul from her soul cage. The last time you were here, you tried to kill me, not far from this very spot. Your continued existence as yourself, and not a mind flayer, should be all the proof you need. Now, help me.
Why is he named the Emperor? I'm gonna detect thoughts here. Fuck this noise. I'll even use a fox's cunning. Well, can't blame me for trying. Oh, I have max inspiration. We go again. How? Game, what the fuck? There we go.
Despite your best attempts to be subtle, the Mind Flayer's awareness is everywhere. You blunder in its presence like a warg pup learning to walk.
You must be joking. I am telling you my thoughts directly into your head. But if you insist on taking a look for yourself, be my guest.
Nothing in your colorful existence to date could have prepared you for this. As the horror subsides, you are left with only one coherent thought. You must do whatever you can to subdue the Githyanki.
Happy? Now, join me. Fight!
Why do I not trust him? I mean, aside from the fact that he's a mind flayer. The fact that his name is the Emperor is more than a little concerning in and of itself. I'm too tired to be making decisions like this. I'll join the Mind Flayers fight, sure.
Together, we can turn the tide.
I know, right? Pocket sand. That is indeed Orpheus.
Concentrate.
Lae'zel, you're slow.
Got to focus.
The last board is set.
This is a thick Get Yankee. I like how I can't inspect him. That intellect devourer did nothing wrong. You leave them be. Well, that was something.
Destroy the honor guard.
And we'll pocket sand again. Cool, they're actually blinded now.
My faith will protect me.
Go for the throat. On the way.
Unleash me.
Ow. Get on your ass. Ow.
Time to strike.
Okay, that one's down.
Ready.
Good, concentration broken. I haven't used this in a while. And we pocket sand.
Can't give up.
A tale for the ages. A quick peek will have to do.
Oh, he broke free of the Dominate. Gross.
I must regain control over the Githyanki prince.
I am fury. I am death.
The dance macabre.
Let's end this.
Whee! Spirit Guardians.
I speak, they burn.
Thank you. That was too close. Don't look at me like that. I am a mind flayer. Yes. Without me, you would be a slave to the Absolute.
It's obscene to owe my life to a damned gay. No more lies, no more tricks. I will have answers.
I ask you again, who are you? And I'm going to need a name this time.
You may call me the Emperor. An adventurer. I came from Baldur's Gate, though I was never one to be constrained by circumstance. I longed for more. That longing brought me to Moonrise Towers on a search for treasure. To a colony of mind flayers who caught me, changed me into what I am now. For years, I served the Elder Brain, the one you know as the Absolute. I was a thrall like any other, but I was fortunate. I broke free and started a new life in my own city. I sustained myself on criminals. Unglamorous, but there are plenty of them. Rarely missed. And they fueled me while I did my work. I had the good fortune to meet Duke Stelmane. We formed a partnership, and through her, I became the governing force behind the Knights of the Shield. The largest mercantile operation in Baldur's Gate. People referred to me as the Emperor. Such was my influence. Though of course they had no idea what I really was. My needs were sated. I was happy for a while. Until my true nature was discovered by the tyrant himself, Lord Gortash. He tore me from my home and brought me back to the Brain, where I became a slave once again. A slave he continued to call the Emperor. The name was intended as a slight, to remind me of the heights from which I fell. But I have grown fond of it. It encapsulates well who I've become.
Lord Gortash was one of the chosen in the colony.
Indeed. His hubris knows no bounds. To enslave me, that was his nature. But to enslave an Elder Brain, a questionable decision. I shall look forward to sharing his downfall with you.
Did you have to eat criminals' brains?
Rather them than potential future allies, like you.
Are you gonna tell me what that battle was, or what this battle was about?
We fought to tame Prince Orpheus, the son of Gith herself.
Orpheus? Impossible. He was slain by Justil Kithrak himself.
Quite possible, I assure you. His power has been the source of your continued protection against the voice of the Absolute. The power to disrupt hive mind communication. It is the same power that enabled Orpheus's mother to bring about the fall of the Illithid Empire eons ago. A power she passed on to him, and that I leveraged for you. When Orpheus's mother left, a usurper took her place. Blackith declared herself queen of the Githyanki. Blackith wanted his power, but Orpheus rose against her, and so she sealed him and his honor guard within this prison. Bound by infernal chains, Orpheus could never leave. Bound by duty, his guard never would. They were close to breaking my hold on that prince. And if they had succeeded, we would be lost. I am relieved. You have embraced your potential enough that you could help me eliminate them. Alone, Orpheus will be much easier to control.
Were you imprisoned here too?
No. Gortash sent me on a mission to retrieve the astral prison. I was one of many, but the first to find it. How Gortash or the other chosen learned of its existence, I do not know. The moment I found it, I felt a change. My free will returning. I followed the feeling inside, and found Orpheus. I realized what the prison was for. Containment. While my body was within the prison's bounds, my mind was free. I could resist the Elder Brain, the Chosen. Better yet, I could plan to overthrow them. All I needed to do was subdue Orpheus and find allies in the outer world. You.
Was it you or Orpheus that Vlaakith wanted us to kill when she ordered us inside the prism?
Most certainly Orpheus. He is a threat to her reign. Some Githyanki still revere him, in defiance of their teachings. Blackith was safe as long as they believed him to be dead. But as you can see, he is very much alive.
I don't understand. The histories claim the prince was burned to ash in the skies.
Your histories are fabrications. The prince was not killed, as you can very well see. He was in prison. She kept him this way because she was reluctant to eradicate such power. Power that she might one day wish to take from him. If the Githyanki ever find out what she has done, there will be civil war. Blackith will be finished.
What happens if we free Orpheus?
That would be a terrible idea. The moment he is free, he will attack you. Your only defense would be to kill him. And in so doing, he would doom us both.
Even though he is subdued, you feel Orpheus's revulsion. A pulsing hatred that cannot be contained. The Emperor is telling the truth. To him, you are just another wretched Illithid.
You carry a tadpole. As far as Orpheus is concerned, you are already Illithid. A sworn enemy, just like me.
The more I talk to you, the less you seem like a mind flayer.
I appreciate that. But this is what I am. My original body was destroyed when I transformed. When I first escaped the Elder Brain, I searched for a new vessel. But the longer I inhabited this one, the more it grew on me. I realized that returning to my former self would only impose limitations. Any advantage I could gain by restoring my original appearance, I already had to hand in the form of magic, and that humanoid shape you've come to know. As an Illithid, I have far surpassed who I ever was before. You, too, should embrace this change.
I don't like what you're implying.
Like it or not, our chances of defeating the Elder Brain are substantially improved if you embrace your latent Illithid potential. I've been studying you for a while now. I believe I can trigger the next stage of your tadpole's life cycle, while continuing to preserve your independence. You have seen what I can do. Imagine yourself with the same strength, the same intelligence, the same devastating beauty. If you let me, I can evolve you.
I don't know how I feel about this. If you can evolve me, why can't you stop Ceramorphosis altogether?
The answer is twofold. One, I can, but it would kill you, as I told you before. Two, why would I? You have done well with the limited form you have, but you would do far better as an Illithid. So, do you wish to evolve or not?
What would it entail?
You will be able to do things you never thought were possible. There will be physical alterations, of course, but only partial. You will retain most of your current form, and you will soon see that the benefits outweigh any perceived loss.
What do you guys think? Should I become Illithid? Alright. Let's do it then.
Skrull! Whatever this gig offers is no gift to you.
You continue to surprise me.
This might break my romance with Lae'zel, but whatever.
Nationality that puts you far above your kind. You will do well as an Illithid. Now, hold out your hand. It wants to evolve, but it cannot do so alone. It must commune with another.
Probe the tadpole's intentions.
The tadpole screams for growth with painful intensity. It has been starved of life, of purpose. It welcomes your probing like a void waiting to be filled. If you let it, it will evolve you, just as the Emperor said.
Open my mind to the tadpole.
A coldness seeps through your veins as the tadpole awakens, its yearning almost unbearable. Your mind is a veritable feast. The tadpole's essence courses through you. Where it touches, your flesh, glands, organs contract and flood with pure thought. You feel different. Your body has never felt more connected. Your mind present in every flex of a joint or muscle.
You are exquisite. When your allies see what you can do, I hope you encourage them to try it for themselves. But we mustn't lose focus. We need to resume our journey. You heard the Chosen. The brain has gone to the city, and the army marches to follow. We must not let them reach it. We must find the brain, and bring it under our control.
Okay.
There is work to do.
I see. You've deepened your sense of self, gaining expertise in persuasion, deception, and intimidation checks. Invade a target's mind and disrupt its defenses. Armor class is reduced by 1. If the target dies while its psyche is fractured, you can cast Shatter Psych on another target. Okay, it's an int save. It's on short rest. It is an action, but it's not concentration, of note. When an enemy within 60 feet targets you with a spell of a level that is lower than or equal to your proficiency bonus, you can use your reaction to nullify the spell. Okay, these seem kinda sick. Do I just automatically have the fly? It looks like I automatically have fly, which is kinda neat. Black hole. Create a point of intense gravity that pulls in all nearby enemies and possibly slows them. 5 more black holes can be summoned after this spell's initial casting. Afterwards, you must short rest before casting it again. Alright. Mind Blast. It's okay. Mind Sanctuary removes and prevents other sources of slowed or hastened conditions. Sculpt a magical nexus that hastens creatures within it. And then it prevents other sources of slowed or hastened. That could be good. You have discovered a marvelous adaptability within yourself. Spell slots, charges, and similar resources, or source costs for your next action or spell are removed. Okay, so I get a free cast. And it recovers on a long rest. Neat. Gobble up the foe's intellect, lowering their intelligence by 1 per turn and healing your wounds for 5 turns. Okay, that seems absolutely worthless. Displacer beast shape. Cool. So, the big ones I've seen are Illithid Expertise, because why not? And then Psionic Dominance. And then down here, it was free cast. Alright. All of the power.
Might as well take a look.
There's an inscribed Githyanki plate over here.
Out of here, quickly! We'll speak after.
So what happens if I'm dumb here and,
The orb hums with cerebral magic, permeable, impenetrable.
what happens if I slap these crystals?
Yankee Prince is as silent as a corpse, but for the murmur of his powers being siphoned away.
You know, it's just a thought, not something I'm gonna try. Not this playthrough.
Some rest's better than none.
Alright, out of the astral plane I go.
Better make camp soon. Might be a while before there's another chance to rest.
This way.
Yes, Lae'zel, I imagine you have things to say.
Gith's only son. He lives. It is not the Geich visitor that Vlaakith would destroy and Voss would set free. It is Orpheus, the blood of the mother, the prince of the comet.
A mighty powerful prince, if he can block out Illithid Hivemind?
And even more powerful still. It said he could bring 1,000 Githyanki to their knees with one command. Listen close. The Emperor spoke only in half-truths. For you to know the tale of Orpheus, you must know the tale of Gith and of Vlaakith. Long ago, when we rose up against our Geich slavers, Mother Gith made for the Hells to secure an alliance with the Archdevil Tiamat. Tiamat gifted the Githyanki our red dragons. Gith remained in the Hells, and Tiamat's envoy proclaimed Vlaakith our ruler. The first Vlaakith of many. It is Vlaakith 157 whom my people now call Queen.
157? That's a lot of Vlaakiths.
Yes. Our current queen has claimed undeath and reigned for 1,000 years. But it was the first whom Orpheus tried to slay. Orpheus is Gith's only son. He led his mother's own honor guard in a coup against Vlaakith I. It was Kithrak Voss himself who slayed the prince in vicious battle. Or so the Varshas teach us. Yet the Prince of the Comet's been with us, subdued by that repugnant Illithid. Should Orpheus go free, he would tear Vlaakith's empire to pieces and build new glory from the scraps.
Then Voss was right. Orpheus is the seed of Vlaakith's demise.
The seed and the sower. Every word Voss spoke, he spoke true. Orpheus is the living proof of the Queen's lies, and the living weapon that conquered our Geich slavers. One word from his lips, and the people would doubt. 2 words, and they would rage. 3 words, and they would bow to the true heir. If the Githyanki are to be free,
The Prince of the Comet must lead the way.
I'd like to talk about Orpheus.
What about him?
Why did Vlaakith keep Orpheus alive all those millennia ago?
The Emperor may be loathsome, but it's right. Orpheus can disrupt a gay hive mind. A talent like that makes the Prince a powerful shield and a powerful weapon. Why destroy a weapon like that when you can contain it in a relic and keep it for yourself?
Why would Vlaakith want Orpheus dead now if he's so valuable alive?
A weapon is only an asset for as long as it isn't pointed at you. The means of Vlaakith's own end has been ripped away from her. Better to have Orpheus killed than to risk his escape. Better to risk the rise of Illithids than let the Prince of the Comet deny her the godhood she craves.
Who were the hostile Githyanki in the prism?
Orpheus's honor guard, loyal to the end. Trapped by Vlaakith in the same prism holding their noble prince, fruitlessly hacking at the sphere that contains him. They see us as geich, tadpoled husks in the Emperor's thrall. I regret their deaths, but I pledge to live as they perished, in the service of Gith's son.
On to... Yeah, no, that's fine for now. Okay. Is there anybody else that wants to talk with me at the moment? Negative. Alright.
What do we have here?
Maybe my sleep won't be interrupted this time. That was a rude awakening into Act 3. That said, I think that was enough for me for today. I only made it 3 hours, not 4. But I am just so exhausted. So I'm going to call the stream there. Thank you all for watching. Very much appreciate it. If you enjoyed what you saw, please hit the follow button. And I will catch you all tomorrow with hopefully a good chunk of Act 3. What is today? Saturday? Yeah, and then Monday, maybe if I'm lucky, I can get a win. That is the hope. So thank you all again, and have a wonderful day.